What is going on, everybody? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you on. Today, guys, we're going to be giving some updates on Shiba Inu as the price action did eat a zero, but now the question becomes, can we uphold it and move forward to the next leg? Now, remember, as always, I like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor, but rather, I always try to put you guys on the plays that I'm in. And if you're new around here, consider smashing the like button down below and subscribing to the channel. Happy Sunday. Bitcoin 43.8 holding its gains over the weekend, which is lovely to see. Ethereum at 23.60. Solana doing its thing, currently up almost 1% on the day, 73.81. Outpacing most. Cardano on an absolute rip at 60 cents. But SHIB holding its gains, and that makes me happy. Up 1.93% on the day, 10.5% on the week. 12.5. Apologies. So, what's going on, and what can we look at Shiba Inu to make some determinants on whether it's time to still dollar cost average on the way up, or maybe hold our positions or wait for a slight dip? Now, of course, no one can ever predict the future on anything. That's just a true fact. But you can base better predictions on what future outcomes will look like based on some of the evidence that is appealing. Now, this was published on You Today, and I thought it was actually extremely well written. SHIB erases zero, but there's a catch worth 129 trillion Shiba Inu tokens. As SHIB briefly drops a zero in today's trading, surprise with some twist emerges. 110 trillion Shiba Inu tokens caught in a delicate balance, adding a layer of uncertainty to the celebration. And I think this is quite unique, actually. This psychological threshold has been anticipated by the SHIB community, reflecting both hope and skepticism within the crypto space. However, the celebration was short-lived, as 15 minutes later, the token continued to retrace in its steps forward, adding a zero back to the price figure. And we know it's kind of been going back and forth. There is some definite volatility this week, but right now it's holding strong. Whales and different bulls are holding strong, and the bulls are outweighing the bears. Amid the price volatility, data from Into the Block portal revealed a staggering revelation. A colossal 129.4 trillion SHIB tokens are concentrated within the price range of 10,000 and 11,000 Satoshis. Held in 92,330 wallets, this accounts for about 20%. Yes, a fifth of the circulating supply remaining, because we know there's a significant amount that has already been burned that is never to be retrieved again. Remarkably, they say, this massive volume has been consistently unprofitable for its holders, prompting swift sell-offs whenever SHIB approaches these values. And you could see the little depiction here, and basically you can see there's some big sells that wait for that 11,000, and we can call those swing traders, very commonly seen in a lot of different cryptocurrencies. And the point here is, if you can have enough retail power to push, or even whales, to push past certain big sell points or resistance points for the bears, and the bulls start to take over, that's when we see breakouts typically. The pressing question now looms over SHIB's fate. Will the token be able to sustain itself at these price levels? The concentration of tokens at this range, previously unprofitable for holders, adds an element of uncertainty. The fear, of course, is this substantial volume continues to be offloaded, and it may trigger further selling among those who have already profited from Shiba Inu. Because obviously, if you look over the last year, there has been some pretty cool opportunities, sub 7,000 Satoshi to buy in. So you're up a cool 25, 30, 40% from the bottom if you're still holding today in the last few months. So I think, again, the big thing that I want to talk about is this final statement. In the midst of complex scenarios, SHIB finds itself at a precocious crossroads, facing pressure from all sides. The fact that it actually ate to zero brought momentary excitement, of course, and the community started rallying. We saw Shytoshi get vocal, call people from the team. People are getting excited. But the subsequent price retracement and the looming threat of mass sell-offs have cast a shadow on the token's immediate future. So with that said, right now, what I'm paying attention to personally is liquidity. How much volume is coming into SHIB? So right now it's down because we're obviously in the weekend, down we're at $292 million in the last 24 hours exchanging the hands of traders. And for me, I look at historical previous highs where we saw some significant volume. And that actually started back in October. 6 billion, 10 billion, 15 billion, $32 billion at some point. So once we see us break that $1 billion threshold and new liquidity enter into the market, of course, this is going to be fueled by the SEC approving the spot Bitcoin ETFs, then we start to see excitement in all things crypto, especially memes. Bitcoin Magazine published this on Friday, December 8th, and I thought it was actually really well written. They said the SEC had a meeting with Fidelity about the spot Bitcoin ETF discussing in-kind creation and redemption. So AP is an agency model, in-kind create. And I'm just gonna take a moment to explain that for those of you that are still sticking around. So you could see the spot crypto market platform. So there's Bitcoin and the ETF market makers, non-self-clearing, so crypto affiliate, things that are unregistered, of course. Bitcoin is delivered to the custodian. So for the example with BlackRock and Fidelity, well, I should say for BlackRock, I'm not sure for Fidelity, it's going to be Coinbase as the custodian. And you could kind of follow this map to see the order of operations, if you will, when it goes from the crypto affiliate and also the broker deal. So when you approve and instruct release of ETF shares to the agency AP, when you see an approval of a Bitcoin spot ETF, it's going to, of course, bring in that added liquidity. And they want to make sure that from point 1 to point 9 of this roadmap, they just want to make sure at the end of the day that customer funds are going to be safe. Everything is done in an orderly fashion. And it's a very regulated lens of crypto. It's not one that we're used to, but it's what's going to be required if we want to see trillions of new dollars entering in through institutional money and funding. So, of course, the in-kind create would be this flow, and then the in-kind redeem would follow this path, specifically if you're starting from 1 and making your way around to the Bitcoin custodian last, all the way to the spot crypto market platform. So I recommend everyone just take a pause, go over this and study it, but understand that it's basically a binary option. There's either going to be option 1 or option 2. And people got vocal in the comment section talking about their things. You could see Crypt38 said it's simple. They're doing this to essentially regulate Bitcoin for institutions. It says, great to hear. Progress towards Bitcoin ETF is exciting news. Fingers crossed for some positive developments. Gaber said, had the same discussion 7+ years ago. It kind of, in-kind creates aren't exactly new. So yes, Coinbase will be such a winner too with this, 100%, because they are going to be the custodian, and that's going to bring in a lot of liquidity. And of course, if you guys have been following CoinStock, it's been doing really well relatively over the last while. If you look at the year to date, up 336% year to date, and overall from its all-time high, still down significantly from that $312 mark during its IPO. So I'm bullish on coin. I'm bullish on Coinbase. I'm bullish on Coinbase stock, following regulations, working closely with institutional backers. And I think they're trying to do what they can to make sure that there is an exchange that has all the things and their ducks squared in a row without tokenizing their project or exchange. And that's what I get excited about most, because most centralized exchanges, unfortunately, do tokenize their platform. And I think that creates more of an issue, especially from an auditor standpoint. I appreciate you guys so much. That's all I had for you. And until next time, as always, keep investing. Peace.